most people call. So we're starting at the aerodrome. At the aerodrome, we will get our gear from Mr. Gavras. We will go to the firing range where we will see if this animated recoil mod is noticeable. Pro tip, with a bolt action rifle, it's not, but we're going to do it anyway because I spent a lot of time on the range. Now, we're then going to go look at some formations I have made. I have mostly invented these for moving the whole unit, tanks and infantry and logistics all as one. So there's a column one, a line one, and a dancing wedge one that sound complicated, but actually they're quite simple, although we probably won't use them that much. They're just a nice idea. Once we've done that, infantry and armoured are going to look at some enemy vehicles and go, yep, that's the enemy vehicles, all right. We're also going to tell you where to shoot it to make it go bang. Once we've done that, infantry are going to do some radio training. In the radio training, you'll be told you have a 38 set. This is how you do stuff with it. While that's happening, tanks are going to go away to their firing positions 1 and 2, and from there they're going to do some shooty shoot and slash whatever Will wants them to do. Then they're going to come back and we're going to go to attack the practice position, the practice how did I spell that badly again?
Postion.
The practice postion will be attacked by infantry and armoured at the same time, working together with the infantry following the armoured all the way in. And then we're going to go do our objectives, which will be to take these two. Together, that's objective 1 and objective 1A. Then this lot, which is objective 2A and objective 2, objective 2A, and objective 2B. And finally, this little strong point here. Not meant to be representing anything, just a little bit of time to put stuff into practice. What's under the blue box? Don't worry about it. Now, any questions?
What's under the blue box?
Don't worry about it.
Will we find out what's under the blue box?
No.
USS Liberty.
I am worrying now.
No,
Is it Goose and Maverick?
You'd see that from the shore. No, it's John.
Blue.
You're going to write blue box on it. Okay. I was very worried when I saw BL. Right.
What?
I'm going to click go. Don't move when you spawn because you'll spawn next to each other and that would be chaotic. Also, don't yell because that will also be annoying. See you in a minute.
Alright, everyone. Don't. Oh, why is there no music?
Slates, not every mission needs to have 10 gigabytes of music at the start.
Children. Linda, shh. Right, shush. Slates and Fitz do a
so
man
close
count.
to
Go.
1, 2. Right, we've got about 5 guys.
Fitz.
Tim Camkin Slates 1, 2, 6. Check my teams. 7.
7. Fitz is fine. Slates is fine. Slates do 1 carrier. Fitz do 2.
Williamson, I've had this terrible nightmare.
Carrier 4 and a carrier 3. Okay.
Williamson,
Wait, what?
this nightmare.
Excuse
I'm back to
yourself.
desert, Williamson. I am in a terrible nightmare.
Fitz,
I'm
you
back
had
to desert.
7, right? No, I'm not.
Okay.
No. Fitz, be a carrier of 4 and a carrier of 3.
I'll just be a carrier.
You know
of
damn
one
well
then.
that's gonna
Yep.
happen.
Okay, right.
It always
People,
happens.
Gentlemen.
Williamson, line.
Okay, right. Here's what's going to happen. Everyone's going to get their stuff from Gavras. Then they're going to line up on the firing range. First section are going to go first, and then they're going to go to the fire end of the range. Go.
I hate how British
One section, let's go.
uniforms. They just look like utter shit.
Okay, Kawan, you're gonna be with
They're
us.
very
Alright.
nice, very cozy, and very warm.
Yeah,
What am I meant to get from them?
very warm.
You're just a rifleman, aren't you, Sonford?
Okay, rifleman.
Yep, and then once you're done, get in a column behind me and we'll just go down the firing range.
Do I take mortar or rifleman?
Yes, there should be a mortarman
Oh,
slot.
yeah.
Behind you.
Once you've taken your weapons, come to me.
Take the mortar. Get them to take the mortar.
Got ya.
But there we
Any
go.
of you trained for the mortar?
Right. Yes! So follow me, guys.
That doesn't really carry over.
Yes.
Sorry.
No. So, is anyone else trained to use
And
the
then
mortar?
just everyone get in a line
Okay,
facing
uh,
towards the
I can use
targets.
the medic, I can attack over friend. Okay, it's up to you. Yeah.
Grant. One of my chaps says that
Oh,
he's
you were
the
so
same
happy
guy
about that,
as
aren't you,
the
Harold?
same mob.
I have binocs!
Right, second section. Go
Why
first.
not?
There you go.
Hey.
Williamson, you're clear to use the mortar tonight.
Hello.
Right, so just so you guys know,
Kemper,
down the range you can see some red and white circles. That's basically a game that you play with someone else. You try to get all of them to white whilst the other person tries to get all of them to red, or vice versa. Also, everyone make sure you reload so you've got a clip in your gun. With a stem gun, it'd be a reasonable
Right, Jen.
game.
Listen up. Listen
Shut
up.
the fuck up.
Why didn't
Now, we have added. Wait, shut the fuck up. We have added with our new mod pack. Shut the fuck up. We have added with a new mod pack our recoil mod. This randomizes the recoil you feel after firing your weapon. It's most noticeable with semi-automatic weapons such as the M1 Garand, SVT-40, Gewehr 40, something or other. It's still somewhat noticeable with bow actions, and I thought it'd be good to have some range time for us to understand how it changes the weapon feel. It's meant to make the weapons feel more natural. Trust me, if you fire the faces of all M1 Garand, mount it, and then fire the faces of all M1 Garand after using it, it's like having sex for the first better. So, aim and fire at your own leisure. I'll tell you when to stop. It's just to see how the rifle behaves. Brendan, as you will notice.
Fire.
Fire.
Did that feel better, Brent Gunners?
It was very nice.
Yeah, good. Now, Juliet, right, I'm going to lead you off up this ramp over here, and we're going to look at some formations before we do anything else. Now, last time we had a training, we covered on-foot formations. Now we're going to cover some vehicle formations. I will explain them. Just make sure you don't leave your big column we formed up, and you follow me directly. Just give me a second to have a sip of my...
Hey.
I'll have a warm brown beer. Right. One section, follow me. Everyone else follow from one section at walking pace.
Right, 2 section on me. Walking
Nope.
pace.
Why am I
Squeeze
jumping?
in between.
That's not great.
Because you don't have a gun, Grant, you're faster at walking than I am.
Don't put your weapon on your
Yeah,
back then.
everyone weapons on your back.
Doesn't work.
Right, knows stop.
to walk.
Stop.
Watch Gray's back.
I have a lovely back, I know.
I'm assuming we're
It's
turning
very
right.
wide.
2 sections, stop.
Stop,
halt.
Halt.
Whatever the fuck it is in German, I don't know.
British.
Halt.
Right,
Just
gentlemen.
bring us down.
Right down, lads.
Yes.
Okay,
I
right,
see
good.
someone
So,
like that town over there.
if you face Galloway,
British.
shh, not Galloway, Grey. How did I get those two mixed up? Right. If you face to your right, you will see a big old fancy platoon line. If you will see, what I have done simply is the tanks are in a line in front of everybody. Each section forms up behind a respective tank. We're intending to run 4 tanks for this campaign. So there is one tank, which I assume will be Wall's tank, further back in front of HQ, and the logistics truck. Now, the idea of this is simple. We can form this very quickly by going tanks line, platoon line, let's go. The idea is that the infantry can support, every tank has infantry support at any moment it needs it, and every infantry section has tank support at any moment it needs it when approaching an objective in vehicles. It also means that we can use the tanks as cover with our universals at the very last moment, or we can even dismount and then immediately form up behind the tanks when relatively simple to form. We might practice it later during the live X. We shall see. Now, if everyone would like to turn and stand on the left edge of their walkway. This one's a bit more complicated. This is a similar instance, except the 4th tank is not at the rear, it is up front, and the infantry sections are in a wedge in their carriers, with a tank in front of each. Once again, the idea is we can respond to a wide range of threats to the front and to both our flanks, with tank fire and whatever the infantry can handle. The idea is cooperation, gentlemen, with both groups doing what they do best, tanker smashing up armour and emplacement, and infantry dealing with anything close in threats, or groups of infantry. The idea is we all work together. Okay, we may also practice this later. Any questions about the incredibly self-evident thing whilst people make a hole so I can walk my fat ass through? Thank you. That's good, right, follow me, gentlemen.
Oh look, first section is going to be bullet sponge.
Oh look.
Yes,
Acceptable
basically.
casualties.
If you turn to your right again, you will see another formation. As before, this is tankers and infantry are all mixed up together. This is once again on purpose. There is also a special group of people in front called First Section, who are also known as cannon fodder. Their job is to trip ambushes. The job of the 2 tanks behind is to dig them out of said ambush. Then it's the job of
What the fuck?
behind further to dig everyone else of said ambush. Okay? This is the basic column I want us to have when moving in road during the rest of the Tunisia campaign. One of the main reasons I've grouped infantry and armour so closely, also imagine there's a lot more spacing, I had to fit this in. So one of the reasons why the tanks and infantry are so uniquely together in these formations and the tanks aren't operating as a completely separate entities because the Valentine tanks have a very unique feature. Who can tell me what the very unique feature of the Valentine tanks is?
Slow speed.
Yeah, fucky.
Nope. They're missing
Armor.
something.
It
Then
doesn't have any HE capability.
The tank has no ability to fire a big thing that goes boom when it hits the ground. All they can fire essentially is a giant bullet. So,
And machine gun.
and machine guns. So if they need to deal with an in-place position, all they can really do is suppress it or get very lucky with their giant bullet. So anything other than armor, they may struggle with, especially anti-tank guns, since the main way of killing anti-tank guns, if you're a tank, is to use flash damage. You might not get through the gun shield. So infantry and tanks need to be super best buddies. Stop the tanks getting nuked by the AT guns, and then that resulting in the infantry getting nuked by everything else. Okay, is that clear to everybody? I don't want any more tank or any more infantry bashing for this campaign. We have to be very good friends, or we'll all die and have a much harder time with it. So this is the basic column. It goes 1 section, 2 of the tanks, HQ, 2 section, another tank, 3 section, 4 another tank. Okay, very simple, very basic. Now we're going to go look at some enemy vehicles, and Wolf's going to talk to you. For me.
At least I
Have a
now know
chill.
why 4th section suddenly become 1st section all of a sudden.
Aggressive cannon fodder.
Fucking hell. Well, Self, you're in front, so...
No, I'm not. It's
Yes, you are.
the third carrier's in front and carry.
How's that fair?
Oh, fucking
I
Panzer
hate guns, is that
4G.
Yeah, it is.
But no, is that a G?
Bruh. so he
Left
dies
two, I think.
first.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
I keep surviving shit like that, so
This is fucking BS, man.
BH, actually,
Why-
I think BH had armor.
they keep saying that we're bullet sponges, but
Probably yeah.
first section keep surviving shit like that.
There's not gonna be any sponges. It's gonna be a dry fucking. It's gonna be a dry wall.
You say Panzerkampfwagen, Sonderkraftzeug.
Panzerkampfwagen.
Sonderkraftfahrzeug.
Oh, yes.
What?
Oh.
Deutschen
no,
Polizei.
it's-
Only me who's seen the video
Right,
that stands for.
Everyone, can
Shut
you
up.
hear me well?
No.
Well enough,
No, you're quite
should I
quiet.
say.
No, you're quiet.
Right, perfect.
forward then.
1,
Speak louder,
Nice.
fat boy.
3.
2.
Right,
And even
So-
it up.
this will be a very quick guide on, hey, what is this? What does it do? How do I kill it? The
I don't
answers
want
will
to.
be very short and very swift. So we'll go start at the half track and end up at the Panzer IV over there. So if you can not hear me on the side, feel free to squeeze in. Or if you can't see what I'm displaying very well. So this is the German half track. This will be their standard infantry vehicle, other than the Opel Blitz for mechanized units. As you can see, ding ding, it has armor plating on it, meaning you can't shoot right through it. Minor exceptions to it are the machine gunner on top, whose little head is usually poking out, so you can shoot him off. And he's not protected from the sides. This thing is basically a mobile machine gun, so it's a very high priority to take out for you lot, since it can ruin your day. If you have, in any case, you might have AP rounds for your Enfield or for your Bren gun. These are distinguished by the white marking on it and usually named something AP. Might not have them right now, but they can surely punch through a German half-track right here. Of course, wheels on the front, tracks at the back. Pop out the wheels and it will go slow as fuck and it can't turn very well. And they might have to dismount. These things aren't used as an offensive matter. They're used to get someone from A to B, drop them off, and then fuck off again. So don't expect to see this one on the front line the entire time. But it will surely carry Germans in the back. So if you see one moving, it's a high priority target, because it's reinforcements usually. Next one up, the Wheelie Man. This is the Sonderkraftfahrzeug 231/232. This is your German reconnaissance vehicle. It has big wheels. You can pop them out with your Enfield or with your Bren. You can even sneeze at it and it will break the wheels eventually. If it breaks the wheels, it's immobile in the desert ground, which is fantastic. But this thing is very fucking fast. As you notice, the armament on this thing, it has a 20mm autocannon with high explosive shells and AT shells. I mean AP, not AT. AP shells. AP shells can punch clean through a tank if it gets a good shot on the side or on the turret. The HE is what is to worry about for you lot, because it will incinerate you. You won't be there anymore. One good hit and you're done. Also has a complementary machine gun and MG34 in the top. This thing, you will likely see it in the battlefield. It will scout you out and then it will fuck off as soon as it can. Because this thing is meant to spot you and inform the others that you're there. It's not meant to engage you directly. So we'll only shoot you in a case of desperation. Okay? Next up, little big brother. Actually comes in earlier. But as you may note from our previous campaign in 1940 France, this is the Panzer II. This is his little big brother. As you notice, the same autocannon, slight variation, but it's also a 20mm. It has the exact same effect. You get hit by this thing, or in the general region, the splash damage will do the rest and your arm will fly 40 meters away. This thing is incredibly frightening because this is a frontline tank. This thing will push you and will try to kill you, and you will see it frequently. Towards our tanks, it's not as big of a threat. Mainly a threat towards the infantry, so a somewhat high priority for all of us. If you want to kill this thing, if you have a boy's anti-tank rifle, shooting upper front plate or in the turret works wonders. Upper front plate is right here where the driver's hatch is situated. For the love of God, don't shoot for the tracks, you'll only piss it off, and the chance that you'll hit this tiny flimsy track and actually blow it off is very minor. And it will still continue to shoot at you. It won't shoot at you when the gunner is dead. Also, same story as before. Pop one good shot in the engine deck or in the side of the turret on the lower side. It will fucking pop up like a Christmas tree, okay? Next up is the Panzer IV. Panzer III, not Panzer IV. Panzer III has a 50mm cannon. It is relatively small, doesn't do a lot of damage, but it's still scary. Can fire AP and can fire
I've heard that
HE.
before.
It has 2 machine guns on the side of the turret on the earlier models, which is quite noticeable, and 1 machine gun in the hull. Where do you want to shoot this? Same story. Big upper frontal plate. So anywhere where the machine gun isn't and at the driver's port. You'll punch clean through it. If you get a nice view from the side, hit it in the sides of the turret. So right below the turret or in the engine deck. Tank will catch on fire, crew will bail, hopefully get cremated in the process. And here is the big boy. This is scary for all of us. As you may notice, this is a long 75mm on the Panzer IV. This is a F2 or a G version. Earlier versions of the Panzer IV you might have encountered in France. Those were types A to D. They have a short 75mm, mainly used as a howitzer and an infantry support weapon. This thing is a dedicated anti-tank. It will kill us easily in one hit. It can outrange us, it can outsnipe us, but it can't out-armor us because we have better armor. The benefits for all the you blokes, this thing is fucking armed like a tin can. It has very poor armor in the upper front plate region, typical for German tanks. So, yet again, upper front plate, this big flat plate, hit it here, and it will get destroyed over time. Or right in the side below the turret, or in the engine deck, and it will be destroyed. This thing can fire AP and HE accurately from, I would say, about 1 kilometer away and still get good hits. In the desert, you don't have a lot of cover. So, everything is very scary. Moral of the story, 20mm autocannons are fucking frightening in the desert. So be very careful of those and don't underestimate them.
And infantry, section leaders, pick 1 man per section. If you're a knob, that person can be you, to pick up a 38 set.
What's
So go to Gavras and get the signaler kit. Pick 1 man per your section.
what's section?
Harold, you go do it.
Ah, fuck.
Okay, I have
I don't know
returned.
how to do that.
Listen up.
I presume yourself is sufficiently annoyed now.
Ellington continuously tapped my shoulder like most of the time you were gone.
Good, he understands me. That's why he is my Batman. Now, if you have a radio, you're going to hold control windows or whatever your ACA self-interacts thing is, go to radios, and then you're going to go to the AMP set 7, and you're going to open. Now, this goes for everybody. You're going to make sure that the little toggle dial thingy in the bottom right is on to squelch on. Always have it on squelch on, because this increases your range. If the mission maker is nuts like I am, he will have set the radios in ACA in the add-on options so that range isn't a thing. If he's not nice, like Galloway or almost everyone else, he won't have done this. Squelch increases the power to your radio. It just makes it longer range. I don't know why it's an option. It seems stupid to me to include this in the game, but it's in the game. Woohoo. Now, you are on the frequency 30 by default, and the 30 to 52 band. This is the infantry platoon net radio band. If you need to talk to anyone on infantry comms, you will want to be on frequency 30. Don't fuck with any of it unless you want to talk to Armoured. If you want to talk to Armoured, you click the dial that says band underneath it once. This takes you to frequency 53. Armoured net. There will be a lot of noise on this net. There's always a lot of noise. You have to talk to each other constantly. So you may have to wait to speak. Or if it's an important message, you may just be louder than them and get the message. And the reason this is done is so that to switch between platoon net and armoured troop net, one button press once you get to the radio. That's why it's done this way. Okay? Any questions about that from anybody? No, good. Now, if you hold caps lock, you will transmit. So I'm going to go platoon to sections, radio check. Over.
Good check.
Say what section you are.
No.
Excellent. Now, when sending a radio message, there are some things that must always happen to make it as clear as. The first thing you do is you say who you are. So if I'm sending a radio message, I go. Sorry, not who you are. Sorry. The first thing you do is you say who you're sending it to. So say I want to talk to second section. I would go second section. This is platoon. So I go who I'm talking to, who I am. Then I say what the message. So I could say message. I'm going to give them this information. Orders. I'm going to give them some orders. Question. Ask them a question. Okay. So it's the same format no matter what. It's who you're talking to, who you are, what do you want. Who you're talking to, who you are, what do you want. And then a very deep exhale of breath for some reason. Okay? So I would go two section. This is platoon. Orders. Advance to grid. And hold. Over. What does it mean when I say over? What do I want when I end?
You want a response.
I want a response. I want them to go, platoon, this is two section, understood, out. What does out mean?
You're done.
Like you do not want to respond.
I do not want or do not care for a reply. It's as simple as that. The only real reason to send a radio message are, I've understood you, going here, can you tell me this? This is what's happening. They're very basic, very simple, keep it to the nuts and okay? So I'm going to do a radio check of each section, then just do a couple of very basic messages, then we will have our little break, and then we'll do our live fire X. Any questions, gentlemen? No, good. Okay, so I'm going to go free section. This is platoon. Question, over. Free section, platoon. Where are the tea bags? Over. Free section, platoon. Good copy. Out. Perfection. Although I still need to know where the tea bags are, but perfection. Okay, good.
In the back
now,
of the Matildas.
in the back of the Matildas, yes. Perfection. Exactly. Under any circumstance, it should be like that. It should be clear, precise, to the point. I need to know who I'm talking to, who I am, what I want, over or out. Every single time. Nice and simple. So I'm going to go one section, platoon, orders, over.
No.
No, that's not it.
Oh, I've been responded to by Arnold Schwarzenegger.
It's in Austria.
We're waiting on the old response.
Platoon is first section. Orders, please.
Over or are you out?
Over, please.
I love the please. I love the please, but it's not necessary. I love it, but it's not necessary. No, it's very British. No, okay, right.
I'm very not that.
One section. Please arrest Selfridge. Over.
Copy. Get the fuck
You're
back
over
here.
or out?
Out.
Halt! I'll shoot.
Execute order.
We got that.
66.
I understand this will take a little bit of practice, but this will allow infantry sections to be so much more independent than they have been. The reason I've been trying to play us really close for the last couple of months and always keeping the platoon in formation is because relying on runners is a bit blank. As hard as runners try, they're never going to be as effective as an instant, basically, as me giving you a bell on the radio and just going, "This is what's happening, son." They'll never be as good as that. So, which means we can't be as independent as maybe carrier platoons were, or as would be useful. Now we can be a bit more independent. Okay, so 2 section. This is platoon. Message over.
2 sections, send message over.
2 section platoon. Fitzgerald smells funny. Over.
2 sections, copy out.
Perfect.
Platoon wants to let you know you smell funny.
And that's what a radio guy would tell his
fucking
1IC. Ideally, you'd have a dedicated radio man, first carrier with the 1IC. If not, the 1IC can do it himself if he likes a bit of cock and ball torture, because having the radio constantly going on your ear while you're trying to lead is so annoying. I can't even put it into words. So that's another thing. Also, another thing you can do, nice little trick, you can go to radios and set to both ears, left ear or right ear. Set it to an ear, so you still have the other ear, so you can hear a little bit better. Excuse me. Brown beard's catching up to me. Okay? Any questions about radios and how to use them?
Can I say something?
Yes, great.
You have another king. You can share the radio too, if you want.
Oh yeah,
Like,
you can make it play out the
no?
back. can't you?
Fucking take it.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
don't do
Harold,
that.
go to the king, and if you go to radio, you can share it.
You do not possess the
Let's not,
tools you'll need.
let's not all do it at the same time because we have 3 radios in close proximity to each other.
So that's not what that does.
And then if I go to
you
you,
can,
I can
turn them onto a
wait.
speaker.
I don't want the
But
fucking
don't
radio.
do that because it's shit with
Wait,
Acre.
why can I not go to
Sharing it basically
interactions?
just gives you an option for
Uh-huh.
someone to come and get the handset off of you.
Yeah, I would recommend sharing it if you're the radio guy, so
Yeah.
that you can tell the.
I believe it also works when you're down. So
It means that someone can pick the radio up
Harold, share
from
the
your back,
radio.
basically
How?
using a.
You really are sharing? Because
This section, this is platoon. Send your message over.
I have captured a wild speed. Do you require his services at headquarters? Over.
Understood. Free section. This is platoon. Message understood. It's considered inhumane to keep Swedes captive. They need to run free. Release. Over.
I'm out.
Good
Disabled
copy,
it, you
platoon.
bastard.
I guess we have to follow that Geneva suggestion. Out.
suggestion.
Now, that's basically all the radio spiel you're going to get. They're not actually that complicated. It's just a matter of staying cool when things are going badly and always remembering the protocol, because it's not a we're being dicks thing. It's a real realistic thing. So this actually helps a lot. It helps a lot, okay? Any questions?
Nope.
Good. I hope you enjoyed
section,
your...
This is first section. The time has come. Execute order 66.
Nice.
Wait,
Anyway.
who's the Jedi though?
Oh, Grant, I have a question.
No one here is a Jedi, so.
For the next exercise, do we keep the same radio man as we had throughout this, or?
That's
It
not.
would make sense, unless your
Okay.
radio guys are not in your phone. Now,
Yeah, here you have it.
I assume
Don't
the
take it
armoured are
back.
somewhere over the hill doing the armoured thing. For infantry,
quite
this
down.
is all the instruction I have planned for this evening, because last time people complained that it was too much talking. So we're going to be doing our practice exercise in a moment. For the next couple of minutes, would you like to basically grab whatever kit you want and have some play on the range? I'm going to radio wall, see how long he's going to be, and I'll report back.
Alright, one section getting a column behind me.
Fuck off.
Oh,
Fitz,
Basically, chaps, go.
I'm gonna go build me a medical.
When I tell you to
Go ahead.
report, come back.
9, this is platoon. Question, over.
Alright, follow me now.
everyone follow Selfridge.
Infantry have concluded their
Hey,
training
wait, have you
exercise
taken
apart from the
radio the fuck away
practice
from me?
assault section
No.
break.
They're firing.
They're currently playing on the range.
Okay, I'm going for a tea.
Alright.
I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah, just got 5 minutes, guys. Just fire the radio, whatever you want to do.
What's the recoil like on boys?
Quite. It's not too bad. I mean, I'm shooting at those.
You weren't braced on anything.
I think your recoil There's a small difference, but I like it.
Stop sabotaging me.
I kinda want to use this boys on an actual tank, but I know what to shoot at.
That's hilarious.
Why is he in this position? Next question.
Neil.
Wait, reload.
Arrow, get off the
Ready
damn
to
roof.
fire.
Yeah.
Get off the damn roof. Young man, get off of the roof. I'm not just get, but get off the roof.
Get out of the tank.
I know the Celtic is for that something. Alright.
We're gonna look down on the Brent gunners.
There we are.
Alright, one section, stop firing, go get your kit again, and then just line up at me.
Good.
Yeah,
That one is also good.
What the fuck is he doing?
So with myself in one carrier, I have Neil and Sonford. So you'll be in the one carrier. In two carrier, there's Gray, McKinnon, and Harsis. In three carrier, there's Harold, Cromwell, and Fairfax.
Yeah.
So when we get into carriers, and the order that carriers move when we're moving in a column down a road is 3 carrier up front, followed by 1 carrier, followed by 2 carrier. And they're staggered on the road. So if 3 carriers on the right up ahead, 1 carrier will be on the left, and vice versa.
You work the front, yeah.
What will happen is if 3 carrier takes contact, they will get out and engage that contact. The gunner will obviously stay in to shoot. 1 carrier, which will be myself, will then either decide to push up or to
I'm
move
looking in your
around.
back.
And then 2 carrier will maneuver. So 2 carriers the flanking carrier, and it's got a mortar in it, and it's all lovely dovely. Now, if you guys just stay here, I will see our vehicles and what's happening with.
Right. We have received a report that an enemy patrol is approaching the aerodrome from the northeast above that big hill you can see. We are requesting that you guys go have a check out at that patrol. During this little anti-patrol operation, young Kempson will be in charge of the platoon. Hear him shitting himself from this distance. If Kempson is currently AFK, young Selfridge will be in.
What?
Wow.
Different laughing.
Well, this is terrifying.
I suggest you go organise and go set yourself up to check.
What direction is it from us, sorry?
044023, marked it with a big old X. Go look at that area.
What the fuck is going on?
Grey House, stand up.
Aye.
It's that way, yeah.
Using VAT kit, so
Run, Forrest! Run!
this kit because this is
Get
a
in
new
front
kit.
of me and lead
Now
the
we're
way.
Town Williamson. The city is.
We move on your mark.
Okay, lowest rank first. I'd say Ellington. He's got to meet sure that works.
Are we just moving up the hill in one big
Save
column?
care.
Instead of like
No, why
wedges.
is there one big column?
I just want to
I
see
don't know
a
why the
tank
sections would lead the
explode.
way then.
It's-
Wounded, and if you are wounded, kill yourself.
No.
Hello.
Are you just that asthmatic?
Yeah, apparently. In my defense, I'm northern. It's very normal where I'm from.
I mean, you're running up the hill with a cigarette in your mouth. That won't help.
Alright, we're cresting Hill. The second you see Galloway, don't shoot him.
That was so
Shoot
close.
Galloway,
I was,
Galloway.
yeah, he was. I was about to just blast him.
Are those friendlies down there to the west? I don't
Probably
think
not.
they are.
It does not look like it.
They're Panzer 4, Panzer 4, Panzer 4.
Oh shit. Hit the deck.
280.
Boys, AT! Contact, tank, bearing west, engage.
What range do you think that infantry's at?
Hit. I open fire on the infantry as well.
What range?
Engage it with the tracers.
Got a tank?
There's contact behind the tank, bring the line closer.
Loading.
What got tanks on, man? What range are you firing at, Cromwell? What you range your gun to, Cromwell? I can figure that out. Is it McKinnon?
Yep.
What's your gun range at?
600.
600. Ah shit, it's out of effective range. I was going to fire the mortar at it, but there's no point.
Copy.
Unless I'm not. That's
I can't. Selfish, can we maybe use your mortar
It's
on
too
it?
far out.
Oh,
It's
too
out
far?
of effective range. It's out of effective range, Harsis. It's over 600 meters. It won't.
I actually do not have a far tool for it to know where it is.
Just hold.
More
just
infantry
shoot.
beyond the
How,
tank.
how far is the infantry?
The closest one was apparently around 600 meters.
Oh, okay.
Well, if I broke my
So he might be wrong. He's just guessing it as what it's ranged at, but we'll just hold out on the mortar. There's no need.
Harold, you're not getting new ones.
Like, my range may be incorrect. I mean, I seem to be having an effect on target, but I don't know precisely. It's so
Yeah.
far away.
Wait, can you fire one?
Well, I've moved to 800 now, so...
Yeah, but show me your tracers.
I don't think I was using
Harsis.
tracers.
Fire
Let me switch
around
to a tracer.
500 meters
I
direct
don't have
west
any
with
tracer.
your mortar. I just want to gauge the range.
Oh yeah, wait, I see him. I see. Lower.
Did you fire?
No, I'm still ranging.
Oh, you're still ranging. Alright, awesome. Alright, direct
How
west.
close am I?
A
500.
little bit lower. Yeah.
And then tell me the flight time.
Yeah, that could go great. That could go great.
14.8.
Good to know I've still got it.
Let's watch for that splash. So we can
At least you have a spotter for that.
Yeah, true. I can't see any
Contact,
bullets.
contact,
A little
contact!
bit higher.
Bearing 310 up on that hill.
Up on the hill over
Sergeant.
there, bearing.
Splash.
Bingo ammo.
Oh, run out of ammo.
310.
Bingo ammo, yeah.
Yep.
310.
These guys carry
320.
some, right?
Eyes
yeah,
on
I
Panzer 2.
Yeah, I see them.
Go
Stop
ask
me, please.
Open fire.
There's some actually.
Lower.
Where did that splash?
Thank you.
It's splashed about
Everybody.
100 meters to behind.
Thank you, mate.
Lower.
Is that the splash
Do not
there?
waste ammunition
Yeah.
shooting those lads on the waddy. You are not going
Alright,
to hit them
adjust,
too well. Approach first.
Bearing 280
Copy.
to 450 meters and fire.
Repeat bearing.
Bearing 280, 450 meters. One round HE.
I mean, I don't know. That seems like
I
roughly
have 'em.
500, I
I've
think.
broken
But I don't know.
I can't look down them.
Yeah, we're being shot at
I don't
now.
know why. I
I
doesn't
think
let me look
it's
down my
like
binocs.
what, more than 1,000 meters.
Oh, I'm talking about the guys at 320.
Selfridge, just tank.
Well, actually, I've had the wrong elevation.
Tank on
Well, the
the
tank's dead.
Yeah, where's the tank? There it is.
I'm just gonna hold fire for now. I've used up a lot of ammo.
Yeah.
Splash was pretty close to tank.
Yeah. Yeah. Good range. Alright, adjust bearing 315.
315, 315.
Cromwell,
315. Fire at
Here,
500.
Anyone know who the
500?
section medic is?
What
What's
HG?
his Fairfax needs a stitch.
well,
We don't have a stretcher, you'll have to go beg someone else.
Hello, where is Selfridge?
Hello?
Selfridge, the major just very inadvertently told us to move there and shoot them, so do you want to cover us?
Yeah.
I didn't tell you to move. I told you to wait until you are close.
Oh, we've got friendly Valentine's.
Splash.
Splash.
Oh,
Alright.
nice.
Oh, they
Harsis,
sound
fire,
Over here,
smoke,
3
same
section,
bearing,
come on.
same range. Fire one smoke and then adjust slightly right and adjust slightly left and fire.
Remember, Malthus, you are probably the only ones that are pretty
Nice, Morris.
efficient in this case of engagement.
See a guy with a bino just looking at us.
Out of smoke.
Smoke, alright, you can fire some HEs that there as well if you've got any of that.
No,
I
it's
think
yes,
range,
I'm
fire
out.
about
Pretty
50
strong.
meters, you can fire. But yeah,
Well, some guys with phosphorus, I think, or is it smoke?
nice smokes, look at those
Those two, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Gunther, I just point, shoot.
Very good job.
Then shoot. Hey, a bit of a tip from our
I'm here to
tip.
steal some
Whenever
ammo.
you shoot the rifle,
Do you have any
can
bread?
hold
Have you
down
got
the
like an
left
actual
button
like
to delay
day-to-day
bolting the rifle.
more
You have no
Watch
bread
exactly
ammo?
where the
Show
shot
well the
lands.
section.
Great.
So,
No.
Yes,
I
we
do
need
not
some
know
distance.
if I have run ammo.
ammunition.
We've got nothing in the backpack.
Thank you very much.
Conserve
Come on.
ammo.
I think someone else already yoinked it out of my backpack, I'm not sure.
Fine. It's
Yeah, you can just drop well.
yeah, do I have a Bren
backpacks. They don't have any in their backpacks.
So I
They
can't.
don't have any.
One moment, let me tell my effects then.
Yeah, so just go behind someone, then just open their backpack, and then just check. So Luke, he's got 2 rounds in his backpack.
And
I
please,
can just take it.
stay over.
Take it. Only,
Yeah,
it's for the brand, so it's for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on Niels. Don't take all the ammo in this section.
Just just don't take it out of McKinnon, because that'll make McKinnon sad, because he's the other Brent gunner. But if it's a rifleman, feel free to steal their Brent ammo.
Pulling
What's up?
a Neil running
Fix
away
my
from you
buttons.
while I try.
Back at it.
Ah, yeah.
Find one section.
Tanks are getting overrun.
What a miss.
Let's move forwards. Wait, repeat last?
Tanks
Oh,
are
it's
getting
just a
overrun.
radio.
Oh, Arlen?
No.
Right, one section, let's move up, light, left, my right.
Alright. He likes protection, that's why he wears triple condoms, I don't know.
Okay. That's a
Right,
recipe for
gentlemen.
friction-based disaster.
So,
How many?
we're gonna run through this quick, so you can get your beers and your kebabs and the rest. Moving behind tanks. So, rally around please.
And one kebab.
Now, it's all part of your basic training where you get shown the poles in the floor. Not the Polish people, but the actual wooden poles and the logs and shit. Basically telling you where to stand behind a tank when moving. Now, this is fucking wonderful. Because mainly, in the desert, there isn't a lot of cover. So the tank is your cover. Hey, good riddance, right? It's moving cover. What have we recently seen? Well, the planning and execution gone fairly well. Tanks get into a line. You people line up in rows of 3 or rows of 2 behind the tank, keeping a bit of distance so you don't nudge into the tank and then fall over dead. Because obviously, if you run into a moving vehicle, it's not going to go well for you. Anyhow, that all went well up until the point where we were walking up to a position to assault it, where the infantry decided, hey, I've walked 200 meters in an open field. You know, the last 100 meters to that enemy position, I reckon I can just run past the tank. So that happened and they all died, which wasn't very pleasant and which basically neglects the entire idea of moving behind the tanks. Moving behind the tanks, we get into a big line formation from left to right, as is displayed right here with these Valentines. The tanks will move at marching speed with each other, going directly ahead. Marching speed's about 5 kilometers an hour. Rough speed you can actually march and walk in. You're supposed to stay behind the tank for the longest duration as possible, up until you're almost on top of the enemy position. What does this mean? Literally a 10-meter step and you're on it, or at the point where you feel like you can get shot from the side of the entrenched position. This doesn't mean run and sprint the last 50 meters to it, because the effective range of the Germans is typically anything within 100, you're very easily dead. So you basically neglect the entire purpose if you run off early. So, quick recap, walk behind the tanks as long as you possibly can until you see the whites in their eyes. Then you charge in like headless chickens and fucking stab everyone to death in a little trench position. Alright?
Yes, sir.
I
So stay
forgot I am
behind the
board
tank for
18,
the
I don't-
longest possible time. Right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Now, that's little TED talk. Now you can go fetch a kebab.
Guy keeps saying so, even though he's going to beat you in a tank.
5-minute break. Set alarms.
I need to go add my religious friends on Discord
Is
again.
there a problem with that, Mackinnon?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Real quick,
It doesn't matter
when
if you hurt him.
get behind the tanks for the display, so we get set up.
If I heard him because
Can I do a little proof of concept to show them how fucking good it is?
Define proof of concept.
I want to shoot at them with an MG, so all the bullets bounce off the tank and they feel very safe.
Imagine being in an imagine not being in a tin can.
I have a bayonet and you don't.
I have a weapon, you don't.
This is true. This is a strong contact.
Something with your plan. This is a better contact.
Sure.
I don't want to be a. I don't want to be called into a. How's it called? Court martial.
Yeah, well, infantry running
just be
past
aware,
the tanks and not moving with them is the main cause of death. We had 2 entire sections
Good
wiped
old
on Juliet
British
because of that.
suspension.
Yeah, and also there's only one rear view mirror is on the right side of the tank, so there is no rear view on the left side of the tank.
Got it. Only stand on the left side of the tank.
Yeah, it'll grow great for you. What is cuss?
Can we dig this hole away?
I forgot my mic was muted for fuck's sake.
I've forgotten how to set like speeds in this.
Delete is turning on the brake or whatever the heck. Speed limiter.
It's delete and then control and then mouse wheel.
Okay. Those are really far away. Like, how am I supposed to do that?
Yeah, you cannot really see through this.
How can I do control, delete, and mouse wheel? I've only got 2 hands.
Delete is just to switch it on or off, and control
okay.
and mouse wheel is to set the speed.
I understand.
Oh, I didn't know that, so...
Okay, thank you. I was very confused for a second.
I only knew that you could check the speed limiter with delete, and I need to...
Yes. So you get in the gunner.
It's just, but you should set the speed limiter when you're either standing still or at a multitude of 10. Because otherwise, if you drive like 26 and you put on the speed limiter, it will just give you 26 plus minus 5 increments.
Right, so you have
That's
to put
really
the speed
annoying.
limiter on when you're stopped.
One
Exactly,
section,
yeah.
follow on behind free carrier.
Yeah.
The order that we're in right now.
Yeah, well,
if
this
you
is
see
gonna be-
anything to this thing, just say it, and we're just going after them.
Off to our left. I would double click Alt using your mouse, just use the AMDs personally, but...
I'll turn the speed limit, you know.
We don't need to right now, we should just move around, but...
Oh, watch out.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
Alright.
We should stop here, just at the end of this.
As long as they don't break, we're gonna be good.
Well, as long as we do not collide and get armor.
Yeah, I know. I'll try and keep this sort of distance more.
You can get close. That's perfect. I just hold here. Everyone stay in their vehicles. I'm just jumping out to check stuff.
Aww, why can you be the one with this one?
Take Fairfax out, and then one escort. And hopefully when he gets back, he's going to have to jump in. Is he back?
But when I signed up to be the driver, I didn't know it was going to be this complex in terms of the actual formations. Like, how am I supposed to maintain a line?
Rise to the challenge.
Well, because we're gonna like follow the tanks, right? So, and the tank commanders they don't understand how difficult it is to drive these things if we're directly behind them, free abreast, and we have to like stay
That's why
behind
it
them.
keeps from distance to maneuver.
I know, but I don't know. I don't trust everybody else, so.
Yeah.
I don't trust my own ability, but you know, it's everybody else as well.
Yeah, I'm the same thing too. I trust my own more than my leadership.
Yeah, I know how you feel.
armor from a long time.
Do you guys pay attention to the long column that we were in? That we were showing over there, where it goes 3 carriers, then 2 tanks, then 3 carriers, then 1 tank, then 3 carriers.
Why is the tank parked in front of us?
Because tankers do not move
And here's me thinking we got a reprieve from being target practice.
I mean, just be glad that we have fun so nice.
Oh my god,
There are
tanks stop
2
going in
people
front
in
of
front of
us.
us to fuck it up.
What are the tanks doing?
Well, the tankers are now taking a lead, and we are.
Oh, yeah, good luck to them.
Yeah, and now we have to wait in our dust. I get it now, virtual gun.
Don't hit the head universal.
Okay, that's all the tanks, I think.
Why is speaking so hard today?
Oh, now the universals are going past us. What the fuck's going
Well,
on?
HQ is going first. Now everything's going first. What the fuck?
I guess we're going at the back.
Yeah, that's the usual thing.
Oh,
Like, one section we go in the back.
We're supposed to be at the front. We're supposed to be the meat shield for the tanks.
We're switching it up.
Oh.
Yeah, well, this is great.
Alright, follow on behind them.
Alright, follow me.
This is like the last all over again.
Look around.
Alright, 1 section,
No, but...
my voice.
Okay, good
Oh,
up.
everyone disembark.
We got behind the tank.
Yeah, we are definitely in the right here.
I am not taking
Wait,
the
what?
blame.
Neil, can you hear Grant on comms?
No.
That's a loud no.
They're not
Alright,
talking.
let's move to this tank here.
That was the fault of the tanks. They
Follow
can
me.
go screw themselves.
Also, someone said, "Oh, first section doesn't know what to do," and I said, "Drive over a sign." It's like, well, we didn't do that.
I don't know if Grant's mic's broken because everyone just broke the formations we were taught.
Yeah,
Right,
it does.
double file behind this tank.
Well, the tanks didn't follow orders and they blamed us.
how-
I guess.
Double column.
One
double
section.
Column.
Double column.
Oh, yeah.
That means 2 lines, people.
Hold on, is my gun? My gun isn't loaded. Hold on.
Yeah, just follow one of the lines.
I can hear you.
2 lines, 2 columns, same thing.
Hello, Selfridge.
I said double file because files are more
Okay, 2 lines is not the same as 2 columns.
It's close enough. Well,
It's just not.
what do you say? What is a
It's a
column?
matter
A
of
straight line of
perspective.
people.
Yeah, but it's
column
one
is
behind the.
horizontal.
It's one behind the other.
It's
Yeah.
vertical, no
Two-
horizontal.
A column is just a line of people.
Yeah, if you say form line, we'd be like moving in the same direction in a line, right? So if we were in a double line or 2 lines, it would be.
Bro,
it doesn't matter.
Go in the
like-
direction of 2
but
lines next to each other.
I
Easy.
spend I spend a lot of time doing like historical line battle stuff, and I'm telling you now, it's not the same fucking thing. It doesn't
It's
matter.
close enough.
It's
to
close. If we did a right face or a left face right now, it would be a line, which is why double line, which is why we do columns.
All I'm hearing is I'm semi-right, so fuck you.
You're okay. Like we need to distinguish between these 2 things because they are very important. Like
Mac,
One section is ready. Over.
I'm above you in rank.
the direction we're moving matters.
Mac, shush, I'm above you in rank.
Alright, guys,
Ah,
quiet
you
down
kill
so
a
that Neil can
guardsman.
hear.
It says corporal in my head.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Quiet down. We're about to be bouncing.
Engine on.
Why?
Are we supposed to be walking or moving normally?
Which speed do you want to go?
Limited to 10.
This is 10 kilometer.
Alright, we're
Yeah.
gonna be ready.
Which speed?
Make yourself ready.
Just we'll wait to see how the tanks go and then we'll
Yeah.
jump after. There'll most likely be a jog, but we'll just see.
Yeah. Maybe
yeah.
infantry should fix bayonets.
Well, too late now.
But isn't the plan this we follow the tanks until we hit the trench line?
Don't worry about it.
Walk, the tank's moving slowly.
The tank is moving. Oh, there we go. Right, double.
No, he's slowing down again.
I'm going to stay a bit of a distance for rubber banding. I'm gonna want to become one with the tank.
Alright. No, don't do that. You've got infantry behind you. The whole point of this.
Okay.
There's
If
no
it goes
doubt
fast.
there's just sprint.
If it goes fast again and again, I'm going to jump.
Yeah, you best control C. If it's not working, I don't know what I'll tell you.
Go quickly.
Yeah.
Oh, there you
a
are.
trail.
It's so we can find our way back. We can't see
Just
it
lead
yet.
the enemy towards us.
Oh yeah, because it's for the only cover we
Yeah.
have.
There was no need to hit that bush.
Yeah.
I'm really terrified right now. I mean, this is the only time so far that we've been against, say, Rommel. So.
Oh god, yeah.
Yeah, you just forgot.
Right,
The Germans were confident in the desert. Yeah.
Alright, let's charge into these trenches. Bam, bam, they're all clear.
Bang, 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 bang.
I think we should deserve medals for this.
Yeah,
Did the game just crash?
No.
Oh, mine's frozen. Oh, I'm back.
Great.
That was terrifying.
Yeah?
I'm gonna use my binoculars. I have them, I'm gonna use them.
In terms of, is everyone here yet? Cool. Right. In terms of assaulting a position that is prepared behind tanks, pretty much perfect, apart from a slight hesitation by whatever. At the end, the moment you're that close, you just need to get on with it. Otherwise, you'll get slaughtered if you hesitate. IRL. I'm now going to do a complete 180, get back in your VIX, and go do the practice exercise. Okay. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I have one question. Where is Wool so I can figure out where my tank is?
I'm behind you. You tank's still at the base.
Okay.
Battle plan time.
Now, just one thing I would like to point out: the idea of the big column, which you were asked to get into, is that there's an infantry section before the tanks, so the tanks don't get to by hidden shit. So it's definitely not for the infantry section's benefit because they're likely to get shot up. It's for the armoured's benefit. So make sure when you move down a road, there's an infantry section mounted in front of the armoured, because you don't want to lose such a good level asset, high level asset as a tank in the first engagement. Lose a couple of infantry guys. I'm sorry, but we can lose a couple of you.
I feel so bad.
So
At
yeah,
least it's not 3 sections, so.
we'll be you next.
Yeah,
Now, story battle plan. Whoever's in charge, and then go fuck off and do it.
Tanks over.
Yeah, and we're supposed to bring him back.
Finish them fast.
They thought they were carrying the weapons on your back.
Yeah. We're supposed to dismount and go to Galway for briefing. Galway's in the second, wherever the fuck.
Fucking go NCO over
Yeah.
Is that all of us going for a briefing?
No, it's just the NCOs.
Okay, copy.
Just NCOs.
And
Alright.
I'm
Probably
going
just the section commander, you can leave the bottom of the team.
Alright, I'll fucking stay here then. Fuck me. Alright, just...
There's no line.
We're going north, I think.
Yeah?
Up that road and then towards King's Cross, which looks like an incredibly formidable series of defenses.
Okay. They're getting it briefed right now.
You only have that kind of open?
Oh god, I'm going to sneeze again, I think.
From what I can tell, the only way in is down the road, which will obviously be a suicide thing.
Down the road.
It's above my
You
face.
Yeah, because they've got
keep it.
tank tracks
I
everywhere.
can see it.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm getting my switch.
So we're probably gonna have to drive down the road where we'll get hit by every AT and tank in the entire vicinity. And then we'll have to. To be fair, we'll be dismounted, but the tanks won't be able to advance past the tank traps. So there's going to be a charge towards the trench line by us.
Sorry that I'm going to say this, but you're in first section, and you know, and first section, well, first they were fourth, and we usually get thrown into like impossible survivable things.
Yeah, I know, but I'm simply saying that, like, we're gonna have to dismount, and the tanks won't be able to follow us past the tank traps unless they go down the road, which is also suicide. So we'll have to charge at least for the tank traps. Which is not, that's a long way
Don't do engines
between
down,
the tank
please.
tracks and that trench line.
Turn them off.
Yes, please.
For a while.
Frog march the baby birds into the mouth of an eagle. It's basically what we're doing right now.
Wasn't that the same thing with Cliff Berg, where they literally let the baby bird jump down the cliff and
Get in the carrier.
basically
almost fall?
Yeah, what you're talking about, like Flemings.
Get in your fucking
No, okay, yeah, sorry, that's a proven lie. Disney, as part of the documentary, threw a bunch of birds off a cliff and then said that it was nature.
I don't care.
No, I literally
Which is like the greatest thing ever.
The left and
Yes,
right.
you're like a baby bird and we're throwing you out of the nest to learn to fly.
Yeah, we're throwing you off a cliff and filming it for Disney.
Yeah.
Being forced to command here is not
Yes.
it's high risk compared to the rest of the vehicle.
Hey, if you do good, we're very proud of you.
And if you fail, we won't let you live it down.
That as well, yes.
I feel terrible for this tank, for crying out loud.
Mac, don't drive behind the second vehicle. Like, go to the left side of the road.
No, I don't want to drive on the left side of the road because then I might end up overtaking them if they randomly stop.
No, you have to. That's the whole point, like it's staggered. One left, one right, one left, one right.
Oh, we staggered. I thought we were just in a column. Okay, that guy's flying.
What?
I swear we're not even supposed to be in staggered column.
I'm pretty sure.
Like, that was not in the description of what we were doing.
Question, does everyone else see the floating guy on the second carrier? Oh.
What? Why did you jump me out?
To be fair, you've been flying in the air for us for the past 5 minutes.
We should just keep a stick. Don't fucking break it, because every fucking second. I go again for some reason.
The tankers are getting annoyed.
Oh my god, this is cancer. Okay, are the vehicles behind us in staggered column?
I hope so, because I hope
it looks like...
Couldn't like somebody who actually can see, but...
I think it looks like they are... It's a mess and there are like 4 tanks in a row behind us.
Yeah, well, they shouldn't be.
Yeah, that's my point.
Like, are all the tankers behind each other?
Yeah,
they literally will not stay apart.
No, not just overtaking us.
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
Fucking stay back, you piece of shit. Honestly, I'm so angry with these tankers right now,
Yeah.
honestly. Beep, beep, beep.
I'm very amused.
Map decided that you can see if you're in a vehicle, you can see on the map where you are. So we're going to the direction.
Explosion up front.
Yes.
Who's shooting? Who?
Hold here, disembark.
Disembark.
Okay, one section, arrowhead on me.
Oh shit, we went to get
Copy.
out.
Bomb wedge.
Well, the man said arrowhead and my gun's gone.
Arrowhead and wedge are the same thing.
Arrowhead. Honestly.
Alright, cheese wheel.
Get up on this little ridge line, have a little scoot in. Okay, line to my left and right. Gunners, there's a pack gun over there. I want everyone engaging that pack gun.
Bearing?
Bearing?
I've just pointed at it. It's bearing 82.
85. Oh,
85. It's looking at us. Red gun, I need shots down that range. Everyone spread out.
Oh, fuck.
Open fire.
There's more than a pack.
Open fire.
April, man down. Get ready. Try and get back down the hill.
Loading. The pack's down.
Pack is down.
Where is he?
Yeah, the
Pack's down, yeah, keep engaging.
We
Elton.
have a bunker.
Yeah.
We have a bunker with MG in it.
Are you the tank commander of that vehicle? Or are you not?
Negative. Oh, Elton. Do you have any binoculars? Can you please give them to me?
Yes, sir.
Right, MG
Thank you
bunker
very
is
much.
down.
I don't have any signal up. Oh well, never mind. That's all good. Right, 3 section. Spread out.
Loading. Alright. Bearing. 110. Range.
This is 3 section, send message over.
There's far no more in my ear. One section, we're moving up behind the tank. Move.
Alright.
You got 15 seconds.
Go.
Bear, get up.
Bear, move
Moving.
behind the tank.
Bear, we're moving. Get behind the tank.
Good luck, guys. One section, everyone
Yeah.
behind the tank. One section.
Should we fix bayonets?
One section.
I don't even have a bayonet.
Yeah.
One sec on the tank.
We are just waiting for the other sections and other tanks.
Yeah, we're gonna get
it will
shot
take
inside
brief
if we just stand it.
Can you adjust so you're facing east so we can stand behind you and actually protect you from?
Roger that, will do. Okay, gunner face east. Driver face east, I'm sorry.
Alright, everyone behind, readjust.
Alright.
Feels like we're slightly exposed.
I had to close my door.
Also, this is one section tanker, so we're heading directly straight in, so just take us straight to the region when you're ready. Is this everyone behind us? Also,
so.
someone tell Gray that I've got the glitch where his dead body's about 20 meters over that way, so he
He can hear you. He
He
hears you.
can hear me, I can't hear him.
Mission to fix bayonets?
Oh, is he there? Yeah, everyone, put on your bayonets.
Oh.
I don't have a bayonet.
I don't have a bayonet, I'm just making sure everyone knows. We definitely need bayonet.
My problem is with it.
So Gray is here, am I right?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I really want to stab
Yeah.
his visible body on my screen.
Aiming his gun with his chin, but yes.
Hey, you got people in trenches right on the right of the pack. That's good.
Alright, tanker, the two
Well, thanks for letting us know.
are ready to move out.
Well,
so
I have
A bit late for us to suppress them now.
I'm just saying, I spotted them.
I know, don't worry.
Oh, I got ship died, that's why.
Let's go! I'm ready
Right,
for
we're
death.
moving out.
Go!
Let's have our guns up at the correct speed right now. Guns up, walking.
Why not?
Oh, that is not direct east.
And this is some smooth driving right here.
Going serpentine right
It's
now.
very wiggly.
Waddle, baby, waddle.
Driving direct east. The fucking tank is wobbly, it's not my fault.
I have no clue what's going on.
It's very wobbly.
It looks like the tank is flying
It
down
doesn't
the
drive
hill.
well, it's not well configured.
Hey, baby, is your
Oh,
tank
yes,
yellow?
no, he's
Is it
right.
blue?
You're right, Marcus.
What?
It's an
I
extra.
think someone just ran into their tank.
Like, the tank just
Oh, good. Get in line.
continues
Get
to
information.
turn after you stop telling it
Get
to turn. It doesn't.
Here. It's because you're on a hill driver, so you're sliding down to the left.
Yeah, it feels like driving a car on ice and not a tank when it doesn't.
Get in front of me instead.
The weird thing is
Get
that
right
right now
now.
it's sliding to the right, which means it's sliding uphill.
That is, yeah, okay, maybe the tank's just fucked, to be honest.
It's not sliding to the right, it's sliding to the left, but it's turning you to the right.
Slide to the left.
That's why it feels like it's sliding to the right.
Crisscross.
I feel like it would be faster just to bomb it here with our carriers. Now we don't have our carriers.
We definitely can.
I think that will also be less safe.
I like how we're supposed to be like the main assault column, but behind the second line.
Help me just
fine.
start rushing this tank and then Pimp's just sprinting behind him.
I mean,
I have no clue because...
Good, mate.
God, the Valentines look good even though they're terrible.
Well, the other tanks are just gunning into the town. One's there without infantry behind it.
Okay,
Yeah.
and step it up.
I remember a certain movie where they did this and did not end well. A few
Yeah, but that
attacks.
was against a tiger, we're fine.
Yeah, well,
Even though they have a tank, they have a tank that can literally take out.
right now I hope we're in behind
Yeah,
the
we
main
are.
lead.
Basically any German tank can kill this tank in front of us.
I do hope we're behind the main actor.
Not really, it's an infantry tank. It's decently well armored.
Okay, maybe we don't have Panzer 2.
No,
Definitely a Panzer 3 or 4. Yeah, I've always thought that armoured war wagon, what are we fighting? The orcs.
The orcs.
They're called war wagons.
The war wagon.
More like battle wagons.
WW.
Or fighting wagons.
The fighting wagons.
Oh, we're getting
Is
shot
that
at.
Kriegswagen? If you had more wagon, it would be
I'm just
Kriegswagen.
making it easy for the infantry.
Panzerwagen.
It doesn't stop us.
Ah, yes, you can. drive them over.
Yeah, it doesn't stop
Infantry,
me
get
at
out
all.
from behind the tank.
Owie.
Okay,
Split
so
over from tank. Fire.
Right. Keep that down engaged. One section. We can stop him behind the tank now. Just
Oh,
engage
it's full
this region.
tanking all.
Did I hear a free-for-all, Selfridge?
Everything's been taken out there. There's infantry already there. We just need to look up this direction and make sure nothing crosses.
What happened to the trench?
What's happening is action?
I don't think there's a train here.
There is a
Make it free.
Who?
There's a casualty in front.
Oh.
Go help them out then.
Let's
Get
get
him
him out
down,
of there. Come on.
everyone's dead.
Mate.
Boxes waiting from the
Selfridge,
rear.
there is a trench.
What I need is get into the
If you
convoy.
look at the destroyed pack.
What he's saying is let's get in there and clear King's Cross, is what he's saying.
Alright, one section, call him on me.
Ow!
Machine gun in front.
Yeah, we got fucked. Alright, Bren gunners start engaging the bunkers. Rifles on me. Bren gunners hold and engage.
Is it? Who's tapping me on the shoulder right now? It's not the time.
Contact dead ahead. Throw your nades. Drag out.
Frag out.
I've got the
Bren
casualty,
guns
I've
start
got the casualty,
suppressing.
I've got him.
Bren gunners suppressing fire. Rifles, let's charge.
Sorry, you're still in front
I
of
want to
me.
get in there. How do you stop again?
You click F and you change to your bayonets to the 1 meter and then you stab.
Happy time.
Contact down. Oh, he's not down.
No, he's down.
I keep clearing the trenches. Bren guns, get up to this trench.
Get him!
Alright, everybody get in the trenches, patch yourself up, watch out further into the compound. Alright, keep moving north, moving east through the trenches. Is anyone next to me?
Don't get in the trench. Get in
I'm going
the
to
trench.
die any minute now.
The trench then. Alright, start doing your arm. I'm gonna do your head. Do you wanna do your chest first?
I took so many bullets to my chest and everywhere.
I need a medic. Sorry. You wanna help? The do is fuck, take 1 minute.
What the fuck?
He's dead.
You okay back there?
Have these trenches all been cleared?
Clear?
Selfridge, you cleared this side?
Yep, alright, do you have a medic?
I don't know. Two
Medic.
sections got a casualty on the far side then.
Need a medic?
Yeah.
No, I'm fine.
Wait, you need a medic.
No, Grays need.
I need a medic as well. We don't have one though. Stay in the trench.
Objective 1 is cleared. Contact still on Objective 1A.
Yep. Okay, we're gonna go back and get our vehicles and then get ready to move.
I'm gonna go grab Gray.
Yep.
We're not getting a
section,
lot of
follow
lag
me.
spikes. It's just
no.
me.
What?
One section on me, one section to my voice.
We're still
How is
treating
Harold?
He's bandaged up, he's stopped bleeding, but he's still out for the count.
Oh, he's got a heart race. He's got a heart race.
Yeah. This
Someone
guy
keeps,
actually kind of
back and
deserves
bandage
like
me.
some sort of medal for that.
I'm going to go into cardiac arrest. I'm about to go unconscious. Hello, Crom. Oh, did we?
Oh, Gray's down as well.
Got Gray
Gray's
out.
down, yeah. He's been bandaged, but he needs blood ASAP before he dies.
Fire commander calls me decimate.
Right. Sonford, you go look for medics over that direction. Say we need medics over here. Harsis? Where's Harsis?
I'm here.
Yeah, right, okay, good. Have you got any smoke bombs?
I'm bleeding,
Narcissus?
shit.
If you are able-bodied
Harsis, do you have any,
and able to
smokes?
fight,
Harold?
get your asses in
Oh,
the
Harsis.
convoy.
What kind of smokes do you mean? Do you mean mortar smokes?
Just the mortar smokes, yeah.
Okay,
yeah, where
I think
to?
first.
Kempson?
isn't it? Where's Selfridge?
Just ran off. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, we've been told to attack.
Oh, right.
Able-bodied men should move to Sidi Mahmoud because tankers have just exposed their ass to the enemy.
It's
Hold on,
their
give
fault.
myself some morphine.
Right.
We are quite
I
bad.
don't
Like
get if
all 3 NCOs need medics. If I take I've lost a large amount of blood.
Fuck,
Or is
shite.
this just one?
This is just one.
This is just one. I
Right,
think.
one section, come with me.
Yeah. One section go Kempson.
Follow.
Yeah, riflemen move. NCOs
on
and
Kempson.
medic, stay here.
Oh fuck, I'll go.
Is this 2 section down here? Right, 1 and 2 section are going to move in and clear that town.
Bloody hell, those traces are coming on for a while. Is that a friendly? That's a
I haven't thought
Valentine.
that far ahead, but Galloway's gone and got himself killed. I've got 3 sections dropping HE and smoke on that town.
Yep.
This should be the second HE. There'll be 3 more, followed by 3 phosphorus bombs to cover your assault.
I've just been armoured.
Your objective is just to get across that open as quickly as you can into that town and start killing Bosch.
Copy.
Bosch?
I'm here,
I've
Kempson.
got-
The second I get
I
shot,
still
I'm
got
shooting
smoke.
out.
Yes,
I
Bosch.
need
That's the one,
200
right?
meters.
That's the time, yeah. Correct.
So if you want
4.
feeds, I'm ready.
Well, we sent 2 guys back to get the
We already
carriers
have
up.
3 sections
Well,
sending
that's good thinking,
votes,
actually.
so
Alright,
We might have to wait. We might have to
That will be
wait for
perfect
them.
Well, we're not going to be able to wait for them, but as long as they know where you're going, I'll show them.
Yeah, okay, thank you. It's Stevens and Takebayashi.
Savage, do you want my
so-
smoke on the city too?
Recognize it. Why are you standing?
Right,
Friendly
right,
reminders,
prepare to
please
move,
don't
prepare
stick.
to assault, prepare to assault this
Here we
town.
go.
That's the first
The
smoke.
section, get ready.
It's fine.
That's first smoke, wait for 2 more. 2.
Second.
By the way, I'm gonna have a heart
Bayonets.
attack.
Right, go, go, go!
Go!
Sergeant,
Huzzah!
Oh, there's a carrier to our right.
section right down the road.
What the fuck's up
One
with that?
section, just stay behind me. We're charging straight in. Alright, get into an arrowhead once we cleared those hedgehogs. That's what they're called.
It's F to switch to bayonet mode, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, you're correct. Right, guns up. Oh shit, we're not close enough. Alright, there's a half track that's disabled to our left. Alright, clearing buildings. I want a 2-man team to go into that one.
Copy.
Rest of you to keep moving.
Somebody snack up on me.
I'm behind Mac.
There's a guy in this building,
Copy.
I'm gonna chuck a nade in.
Oh shit.
Oh, not.
There's
Can we
one
take-
inside. Mac.
You don't need to anymore.
Alright.
I'm back.
Okay, clearing top floor.
Okay, stand for the span, Mac. What the fuck?
I can't go up that stairwell. Oh yeah, I can now.
Clear.
Clear. Building clear. Get out,
Oh,
next
shit,
one.
Get over the windows.
Did you hear me on the radio, by the way?
Okay, this is dead end.
Leave the other carrier.
Get out, yeah, this way. Don't go into that, it's a dead end.
Around here?
Yep.
Light, Jesus Christ. I know better. That's a half
Yeah.
track. That's Thundercraft like.
Here we go. Keep moving this way.
Dragon back.
Okay, we've got 2 buildings here.
Drag back.
Move to clear.
Mm-hmm.
This building's clear.
I'm guessing these have been
I think these
cleared
buildings have been cleared.
Alright.
Yeah, let's keep moving.
I think this is dead end.
Smoke.
Right, keep moving.
Yeah, dead end.
That's the half track. Eyes on friendly front.
You know if that Panzer disabled?
Well, if it is, we can't.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yeah, yeah, let's get back into town.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh my
eyes on
fuck,
building. Everything's clear.
Well, let's just double check.
That is our problem. Back.
Clear.
Yeah. Cheers. Scared me to death.
Oh. Yes.
Yep.
Ah, you've just been clearing the buildings all behind us. Awesome, we've regrouped.
Yeah, good.
Hello,
All
friendly coming over, possibly, maybe. No, never mind, coming round.
It has to be, but it didn't work. Alright, Neil, say that we've cleared the eastern side of CD Muhammad.
Objective 1A works too.
The east side of Objective 1A, yeah.
Oh,
Hello, Kempson. Oh, well, you're literally just going to be telling him.
Platoon, this is first section.
Do we take bayonets off?
East side of Objective 1A has been
Right, Kempson.
Sorry,
Roger,
Neil,
one,
but,
platoon out.
Callum, they're both here.
Hi.
Kempson?
Yes.
Just in case, after we are clear with Sidi Mahmoud, regroup at King's Cross, and from there you are completely in charge of the platoon. Right?
Great, okay, fantastic. Oh, Jesus. Right, okay. Well, what I do know is that the section behind us has taken a few casualties in that compound there. We might want to help them get back up first, and then we can all go back together.
Alright, one section, follow me, column behind me.
Right, enjoy the rest of the training, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Sorry if you don't have an actually,
Whatever
we'll
you're
try and
doing.
make an enhanced movement. Oh, shit. Can we...
Yeah,
You can-
that looks
you
like
can-
a- oh,
you can
yeah.
vault-
I
you should
just
be able to get
completely
through
forgot
that.
that we have advanced movement.
Friendlies, friendlies.
Fuck me. UM, platoon, go over.
Oh, there's a man down here. Is he dead?
He's German.
German. You know, I am so
Roger, carriers at King's Cross.
colorblind
You can
now.
tell by
Two
the
casualties out.
No, click H on me. Look, I've lost a large amount of blood. That's why I can't see color.
Is everyone...
Go and get the carriers
Oh,
up to
Jesus.
the wall
I would
of the
transfuse, but we don't
outside
actually
building.
have any.
Alright, so...
One of them is further apart than the other, so you
Hold
have
on.
to
Alright,
go there
one
and figure it
section
out.
on me. We're just going to go
Leaving
get
you.
our carriers.
Hello.
Bring him up to the wall on the outside, or bring him up to right here, just breaking the wall right here.
Hey, Harold.
Brilliant of it.
Yes.
That was kind of chivalrous what happened, but like I
Hey.
couldn't shoot them down the trench because you were stood in front of me.
You shoot through me.
Well, I ended up doing that, which I think is like why you were riddled with bullets.
Oh, that was your fault.
No, well, the German shot you definitely.
Listen,
but
I was trying to do a feint.
he hit me as well.
Well, here's the thing. Aim better.
I did. I hit the German after he killed you.
Oh, yeah, after he killed me and you riddled me.
I couldn't shoot him because you were stood in front of the dude.
Oh, I'm moving us way in a weird direction. Go over this way.
Carriers.
I thought I was taking us direct west. I was not.
Well, you use mine.
Who's that sorry bastard having to run?
What?
Here.
Where are our carriers? Yeah?
They should be around the corner down there, shouldn't they?
Message that someone else, another section took away our carriers and brought them to King's Cross.
Were we just told that now?
Yes, I now
No,
go.
I was too slow. All right, my advanced movement's broken, so I couldn't go over the wall, and I had no stamina, so I was just running after you guys. You have to go suffrage. You have to go to the cross section.
Oh god.
I really need to be stitched up by somebody, by the way.
We don't have a medic.
We'll get there. We'll get medics. Fuck's sake.
I was chasing after you guys, trying to yell at you, but I was too slow.
Hey, could we ask like the Zeus to just teleport us?
Ping the shit out
we'll
of
just
him.
walk back.
Oh, for fuck.
Yeah, get that
um,
right.
Walking.
So immersive.
Alright, come on.
You turn off advanced movement. It's just me. Which...
Right, Galloway's put me on the spot,
just
so I've
you.
only done a very brief plan for the next stage of this. I'm hoping the length of this will be able to buy me some time to come up with the rest. If you think it's shit, but there's any suggestions, you've got better ideas, chuck them at me, but this is what I've got so far.
Control, yeah.
Our location, King's Cross, platoons gathered around here on this crossroads. What we'll do is step everybody off directly to our east, following the black line.
Fuck killing to the standstill. I'll get you.
We'll go in a line if we can, with one on the left, 2 in the centre with HQ, and then 3 on the far right. And we'll move to Hill 113 between numbers 3 and numbers 2 holding positions. We'll set up on each kind of cliff face there, which should provide us good visibility downhill into the valley we're going to be assaulting. When we've done that, gives me a bit of time to think about what we're doing, sections can get set up and take resupply.
Getting some blood now as well.
Where are you?
you
So
gotta
we
take
need
them-
to wait until 2's clear, because it's one section going
Advanced
in.
movement also.
These guys are going to be kept here in reserve to quickly get in the carries and go if they need it. I'm hoping they
Advanced
don't.
movement doesn't work.
From 2, they should be able to see all the way across this to 2A. Either we can take both sections behind 9 Troop along the
That's
road
above
here.
us. But probably not.
No, that's
Objective
true, actually.
2A
It is above you. It
objective
is above you. You are right. Ah,
This is
shit.
quite far. It's like 200
There
meters.
goes his plan.
Yeah, 3 brains though, you can smash that.
What I would suggest, the carriers are very nimble. The tanks can't go up the valley, but the carriers probably can. So you can probably fucking full speed number 1 section through the valley.
As far as I'd stretch for that is this footpath that goes around the edge.
Well,
I wouldn't want you going straight through the
that's
valley,
trench
because you're not
line
getting up that
indeed,
hill.
Yeah.
Oh, full speed.
Okay.
Oh god, we're already.
Red guns moving up.
Stop saying go at full speed because the guy in front of him.
I just left towards the compound.
I just left.
Jesus.
Left, driver left, 2, 1 carrier, driver left. One
What?
driver, one carrier, driver left, just left.
Hey, can you shoot them?
Yeah.
Good. Do so.
Reloading.
Right. Red gunners, get out of the vehicle and engage.
Copy. Somebody else take over as driver.
Taking on this
No,
level.
it's fine. Do we have a range to that?
Great, I'm your driver now. Tell me if you need something changed.
Right, I'm jumping out. I'm just trying to scout things.
Pack gun, pack gun.
You got a pack gun?
Yeah.
Look, priority fire on a pack gun. It's been disabled. It's been disabled. Okay, everyone, mount back up. Mount back up. We're driving down.
Copy.
Everyone back in.
Get back in. Get some recharge itself.
There we go.
Everyone, get back in.
Roll in.
Where are you in?
Right, all carriers forwards.
Right,
Towards the
come on.
compound. Gunners, open fire while moving. We're blitzing it towards the smoke. Call in that we are now on our charge.
Yeah.
They did not say stop.
Just keep going.
Ah! Press that pack gun, make sure they're not getting off it.
I assume so.
Yeah, enemy infantry on the pack gun.
Yep, into the ditch, Brom. Go.
Hit him! Yeah, I'm
Into it,
stuck in the tank.
Just don't want to go down flying.
That's fine. Right, disembark.
Oh, disembark.
Charge!
Disembark, working in.
Copy.
Make sure my gun's loaded.
Contact!
Oh,
I want bayonet!
Dodger!
Last time I went in it, I died.
Right, get into the trench. Get into the trench, clear them. Oh, nice bayoneting, my friend. Right, just clear it through. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Wherever that's in front.
Push, push,
running.
push.
Don't stop. Don't stop.
Put my bayonet on.
It's fine. Just keep charging. That man's moving. Charging. Out the trenches. Move out the trenches. Charge. Clear everywhere. Right, Neil, are you up?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Alright.
Yeah, got one.
Tell them objective 2 has been cleared.
Good job, everybody.
And now let's absolutely laugh at ourselves that we probably
Nice.
fucked our vehicles by trapping them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an anti-tank ditch.
I didn't
Doesn't
see
say
that
anti-burn
coming.
carrier ditch.
Exactly. We'll be fine.
We might be able to turn it around and drive out of the trap.
Yeah, or drive side.
Do we have any casualties?
No, yeah. I don't. Wait. Oh yeah, do we?
That's perfectly
You guys saw
Harold.
you said we need to go on the footpath to our left. in the vehicles.
Yeah, well, we can't do that because our vehicles are tracked.
Well, we're going to try and trap our vehicles. But if the footpath, I know what he means.
Yep.
We'll try.
Alright, try get the vehicles out.
We can drive it up and out.
Yeah, just turn them left and go that way.
Hi, hello, I heard my name.
Are you stuck? Try to
No,
reverse
I'm not.
left.
Which way am I going?
Left. Try to reverse left.
And then try get out that way.
Right,
we
once
can-
all the carriers are out, then we'll...
Myself, you want me?
I just wanted you to do a little sweep to make sure we haven't left anyone.
Yeah, we're fine.
That's good to hear because
Stay here.
I think I shot one of ours. Maybe.
You think we are starting to get darker. Okay.
There we go. She's on this flat here.
My cows. Oh god. Oh god.
Relax, Jesus Christ, you're making it worse.
Yeah.
This is bumpy as all hell.
Because you guys.
Yeah, this is not good.
Oh god, it's going on the road.
No question. It's beautiful.
So many rocks.
I feel like I'm gonna be sick at this rate.
Harold, when we get to some stairs, they'll be noticeable apparently. You'll stop. I want to get in.
You sure?
Get in.
Right, go.
You're sure you want to get in?
Oh, I gotta have a rough one. What's going on? Right, we're all good. Let's go.
Alright, go. Is that Captain?
Yeah, how you doing?
Hello,
Like-
mate.
Oh, fuck,
Hello,
helmet's
Captain.
been slung the whole time.
It's like it's a small walk after all, but even more bumpier.
Right, so 3 sections gone in with the carrier. They're on the other side of this objective. We need to get in here quickly and help them because I believe Slates has been left for dead in the valley.
Jesus.
What do you mean in the valley?
Well, they
The valley to
instead
our
of
left,
instead of
the
going
giant
this way,
gaping hole.
yeah, they went
Yeah.
to the other side through a valley and he got shot.
One section, wedge on me, Aaron.
Copy. Get
Listen,
out.
Bard.
Form wedge on Selfridge.
I want to form it.
Yep.
Be advised, you'll have friendly by the bunker.
Like we're ending up taking bombing objective 2 as well. Push.
Stop the Jerry Garfield.
Do not stop.
Oh,
Keep moving.
oh, Captain down. Pass, everyone I'll deal with it. Everyone keep moving down. Get in the bunker, keep moving past. McKinnon's down, keep moving, don't...
To be brutally honest, guys, you'll be faster just clicking escape, respawn, and waiting a minute and then going to the supply truck. I suggest you do that.
Alright, one section, let's keep going.
Command, this is Platoon. I've just pinged you on a bloke who got armoured. Not his fault.
Get in.
He's been fucked by a trench. Over.
The fucking
That was our
Covenant
medic.
wouldn't let me slide into the
Right.
trench.
Oh, great, you have plot armor still. That's good for you.
Elton, Guardsman C. Elton.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I died and come back.
I died too. I
How
literally,
did- Yeah, I saw some terrible stuff happen just before it went black.
I literally rushed up to one
great.
point and I literally rushed up to one
Oh,
point
I'm out
and-
of bandages. Can someone bandage me, please?
Okay. I literally ran up into the bunker further up and I literally walked into 2 guys with an MP40.
I tried to take cover in the trench, but the fucking Covenant wouldn't let me.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Tank! Harsis. Sprint to Kempson, inform them that we have tanks to our south. Everyone else, get to cover. Ignore the carriers, get to cover. Right, let's move. One section on me, get east.
when you've done that Selfridge, let me know. What I'd like you to do is, if you check the map, this way.
Copy, got
Similar
perms from
footpath to your
platoon,
previous one.
waiting for my
It should
medics to
allow
fit,
for direct
finish
passage
stitching
into
up
the next
somebody, then we
objective.
head down to your
When you get to this
position in
point,
a
you will be
area.
able to.
Over.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, no, I can do that.
And then you can just sweep in from the south side here. You should be able a pretty good time of it.
Lovely.
So well.
I'm
Like we
gonna
had
switch back to
all the
infantry
tanks
now.
shooting down into it, but it was just here gloriously.
Oh shit, do we go straight into a trench? We do.
Yes, you should do. You should end up straight into a trench. Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you very
Then
much
you can
for
just
that.
follow that through.
Okay, Selfridge, there you go with the book.
Slates is going to be on your left flank, exploiting a gap in the line here.
I've got perms ready to go and get it.
Right,
Free
can you-
section, wherever you are. They're probably all the way over there.
I can only sit on the outside.
Am I clear to turn?
Yes, sir. You just assumed I didn't know.
Did you just sir your subordinate?
What?
Did you just go yes sir to your subordinate?
Maybe.
Horses.
Doesn't matter.
I see enemy, possibly enemy position bearing 15.
Yeah,
Most
well,
likely infantry inside trench.
it's the thing. You're in first section now, so if you see anyone, you get shot. Well, not our problem. You get shot, you get left behind, you die. That's the motto.
You are a sad bunch of people.
Yeah, well, it's not our fault that other sessions leave us
we
behind.
don't get
Put
to
the motto
decide
on
for
ourselves.
long. That's like the outside of it.
Disembark!
Oh fuck.
Mother of hell, machine on fire!
Okay, let's go and go, go, go!
Maximum, cover me, I go for the casualty!
Oh shit.
Managing.
My leg. Yeah.
I got you. Oh, holy fucking hell, a fucking grenade in my face! Are you fucking crazy?
I'm really, really hurt.
Come on, don't bleed out!
Okay, that was definitely a training.